Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys, and thanks for tuning in. I've got my coffee and I've got my what is a Pz4S Schmaltrum. That's a blast from the past, isn't it? Does anybody play this? I hardly ever see these. This is a premium tier 6 German medium tank. It's actually based on the Panzer IV that used to be able to have in the tech tree, you could actually upgrade it to the Schmaltrum, whatever it is in German, the big turret, which is basically a Panther turret. Look at this AMD 178 Bravo just raging. I'm thinking I'm going to get the kill, and he turned. Oh boy. So much for lead fire when he turns away from me. So yeah, I used to be able to. I'm gonna have to kill that yeah thing. I'm having a hard time, folks. It's coming back in. I hear it everywhere. It's hard to get out of my speech patterns, but I'm working on it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, and the Schmaltern used to be able to get this turret in the tech tree. Angel gets its wings, folks, but you can't now. It's a premium. Look at this. What? Okay, that's fine. All right, it's a Hellcat. There we get. Oh yes, damage, and that seems to have hit the rail. What is the Hellcat doing up there? I do not know. But now it's a premium tank, and you rarely see this thing played. I don't even know if you can buy it right now. I suppose you probably can, but I'd have to look at it in the shop. Nice job on the ELC even 90 going up there. He kind of anchors that corner. Usually, when I'm on this map, I talk a lot about, hey, go up top and help your heavies. This tank, first of all, it's very slow for a medium tank. It's got a very heavy turret on it. That's affected its performance as far as its ability to move around the map. So that's the one thing. The two thing is that it only does like 135. It would have taken me forever to get up that hill. I was looking at a Knarfhun, a Scorpion, some other decent hold-down tanks. And I said, well, let's just go up here and support this corner, and then we'll also look for those sniper shots like I just had on the JagTag, the Jagd Tiger 8.8. So I'm going to be a much more careful and unfortunately passive kind of game player right here. This game was about an hour later after a stream I had on a pop-up stream on Valentine's Day where I got absolutely massacred for any kind of aggressive move. So I was highly gun shy at this point. So here I am, snipe-a-lipa ding-dang, camp-a-lampa ding-dang, sniper schnitzel. Oh yeah, baby. Goodbye, Scoter. Oh, someone else got him. That's unfortunate. So here I am sitting on a hill in a bush doing exactly what I was railing against. And unfortunately, my buddies up on the top are getting hammered. Now let's see if we can get this Hellcat out. No, we can't. It's what? I don't know what it hit. There we go. This will work. Nope, that'll bounce off the tracks apparently. There we go. Of all the hit points that thing had while it was running, I got a whole 80. Oh, there we go. A little bit rushed on the shot. Also a low shot, but we get the second one. And we're up to hole 793. 793. One thing that Camp-a-Lampa Ding Dong and passivity will get you is, in general, it will get you to later in the game. When things become much more important, or potentially tighter, let's put it that way. Important's a bad word for that because the beginning of the game is very important also. And had I already dropped 2,000 damage at the beginning of the game in a probably more useful spot, my team would be in a lot better shape. But that's not what I did. Here we are. Let's see how we deal with this. Now I'm looking at this and going, okay, we've lost the north. Partly because I didn't go help. I probably would be dead also had I gone that way. So I think I made the right decision as far as the side goes, even though I do favor going up to the north, not necessarily in every case. This is one of them. So we've lost it. I feel like I can't cross. I'd love to go across over there and start lighting guys for the snipers, but I'm feeling like by the time I get down and up the other side, I'm going to be in big trouble. The wild card is really these guys over here that are now unspotted that the ELC is kind of keeping tabs up. We have a pretty good view of what's going on. This is why it's hard sometimes winning the north to push into the enemy cap when they've got snipers and guys sitting up on this high ground. You can get shredded if you get spotted. Case in point, we have a 2801 who has managed to get himself spotted. And I'm going to first bounce because I rushed the shot a little bit. So we're going to take a nice careful one. There we go. And somebody else kills him. And we're up to 937. So that was important because that was their scout. And he's going to be the hardest one to get rid of based on his view range. However, they do have some mediums, and unfortunately now they are pushing in. So we're going to try to get rid of these guys. We'll take a little poke at that guy, and down he goes. One of the things that's cool about this particular tank is it's a great gun platform. It's not really fast. The turret, while yes, it's an upgraded turret, is still the German Panther turret, so it's not amazing. It's okay at tier. But the accuracy on the gun is really nice. I'm going to use the bush here. Look at this, me being smart. That's an unusual thing. And this is pretty interesting here because I'm going to back out. I'm going to get a little bit of a shot there, and then he's really giving us some, there we go, giving us some shots. And that's why that position from the north is difficult. Later on, you're going to see me up there, and I'm going to get spotted. You think you're further away from the snipers up there than you really are. Notice that my green spot, or the green and white lines, are pretty well covering that whole ridge until you get pretty well over to the west. So next time you're trying to work that ridge, be very careful. Guys in these bushes are going to have not a hard time seeing you, especially if you're heavy tank. You're going to see the same thing happen to me here a little bit later on. Now that we've whittled some of them down, and to be quite honest, that Carnarvon was one of the ones I was worried about the most, in addition to the 8.8, which, oh, by the way, has driven all the way across the valley up there. And the ELC even 90 is doing a nice job harassing him right now. Those are the two I was worried about the most. Once the Carnarvon was down, I figured I could probably cross over here and keep the 8.8 from seeing me. But I do not want to be caught out in the open by the 8.8, or the Carnarvon for that matter, because of the quickness with which they reload and my relatively low hit point pool as a tier 6 medium. So those two go over there and they jump all over the 8.8 knowing he's probably isolated. That was a really great move on their part. Notice the Scorpion G just killed our S51. That does suck, but it lets us know where he is. For the moment, although he is a pretty fast tank, for the moment he is well out of position. So we won't worry about him, and I'm going to keep on trucking up this hill. What I'm worried about is him coming behind me, driving up the middle or up this hill, because he is relatively fast, and maybe seeing me out here in the open. So I want to try to get over here as fast as possible and help them take down this 8.8. There we go. Oh, that was a bummer. A little bit rushed. Nice shot into the back. The alpha on this thing is relatively low. That does suck. It would have been nice if I'd have been a little bit smarter and tried to go for a track, but I'm really just going center of mass on this guy. And then we have a bit of trouble finish him off because he goes front armor to me. That was never going to pin. Then I'm like, all right, I'll go up for the roof. I don't know if I got into it or maybe he improved the angle end game there as he was going up the hill. We get him tracked. I kind of hope and pray that the flat plate upper armor is thin enough that I can go through it. I've already spammed all my gold. Now I'm going for a track just to keep him pinned down. Was really hoping that the ELC even 90 or someone could get around him and take him down. And finally he dies. So they work him over. I don't really know why the ELC ran away. Looks like he was worried about the cap. And I was too, but we really needed to get that 8.8 out of the way. I figured we could get back in time. And this is what I was talking about. This ridge is a lot closer. Just take a look at those bushes and things down on the below right there. You can really be seen from quite a ways. That's a poor way to term it. You can be seen from as far as you can be seen. It's the standard ranges, but this area is tighter and closer than you might think. So we find this guy. Oh, geez. I'm trying to get a shot on him. There we go. I bounced. Unfortunately, the dude is looking at me. Unbelievable. But he did see me. The ELC even 90 wasn't keeping him pinned down at all. We'll put 2 shots into him. We'll keep on trucking and cover up. Thank goodness they're already missed. So we'll come over this way. Chunk out of that guy. That works for me. Looking for this. Oh, there he goes. He backs up. Oh my gosh. That thing has more armor than you would think. And it is going to take me a while to whittle this dude down. Another bounce. He is angled to me right there. It is a bit of a bummer. I think that already may have put another dent in them. So I'm going to use these bushes to come up and see if we can go ahead and use them to get closer. There we go. And he's a one-shot, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill him. Now my concern is getting arsed by the GW Panther. I go back. Now I'm going to cut back down here. Just trying to make that angle a little bit more difficult for the Panther. I know the Scorpion's probably in those bushes over there. It looks like the ELC-90 is tracking down the GW. And I've got the 3485 up there. So the idea, I think, and there goes the GW, so that's hugely important. We're up to 1900 damage, 271 assist with 6 kills. I was really looking to get that 7th kill, and then look at that, holy cow. So he's down in those bushes still, and just the top of my kind of tall turret showed him just enough, and it gets me spotted. So I'm just going to try to bail out of this thing. I'm pretty sure he's more or less where he was, so if we put the line on, I'm just trying to use this ridge line here to cover myself up and get away from him. And then I'm thinking, all right, let's go try to find him. 3045 is making a move. I'm fading away. See how I've got the last known spot of his outside of the ring? Now I'm just trying to come around on these other bushes and try to get in behind some of these bushes here and use these as cover to approach. There we go. And we can go right to about here. And I know he's down in there somewhere. Trying to bait them out. We got the ELC even 90. He's on cap. I agree with that 100%. I think that's the best move by him. Both me and the 3045 are one-shots. I like his move. I love this, man. This is great on his part. He's the guy that's going to get in there and get close faster. Yes, he may get one shot, but holy cow, the thing is moving. He charges him. He rams him, takes a big chunk off of him, and I just don't quite have the beef to take him down. I low roll a 114, which is unfortunate. What is this thing, a 120 or 135? Yeah, 135 damage. So came close, but nice job on the 3045 on busting out of there and flushing out that guy, and we end up getting him dead. Don't need the cap. Really well played by the even 90 and the 3045. They both have good games. 6 kills, 2,211. I think there's actually a little bit more. One of those blind shots went in, I believe, or maybe 2. And 271 assists with a tank that you don't see played a whole bunch. I actually like this a lot. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it is an amazing, awesome premium tank, because it really isn't. That would be a fib. But it is kind of a fun tank, and it's always fun to do well in these kind of mediocre tanks, at least for me. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy that. That was a fun little game, but really the way it went down completely allowed this tank to play to its strengths and covered up the majority of its weaknesses, which are kind of crappy mobility, really poor hull armor, okay-ish turret armor, but really it's about this thing's accuracy and the amount of shots it can put down range. Even if its alpha isn't amazing, its DPM is acceptable. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Still trying to recover here. That's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support of the channel. If you're looking for other ways to do so, you'll find them down in the description. See ya.